Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Food School Smarter, Stronger, Leaner podcast on a mission to inspire a world where food makes us better. And also on a mission to give you tools to make your health and fitness journey easier. So guys, yesterday I finished this podcast, another episode of one of my favorite ever podcasts, podcast by Andrew Huberman Lab. So Andrew Huberman is a neuroscientist, PhD. He has his own lab in Stanford. And so yesterday's episode was dedicated to the neuroscience of fat loss, or how we can, leverage our brain, our nervous system to help us to lose fat easier. And so he gave a bunch of tools, and I will introduce these tools, a few of them at least, what I believe the most actionable and important. And today I want to start with with what I believe can be the simplest one and can save you a ton of time and anxiety around exercise. So Andrew Huberman, on yesterday's podcast, he brought up a lot of research around special kind of movement that will allow you to burn 8 to 2,500 calories more per day. Guys, and you heard it right. 800 to 2,500 calories more per day. So how can you burn that amount of calories, that much more calories per day? That will for sure assist your fat loss journey. Don't you think so? If you burn 8 to 2,500 calories more, that will definitely help you to get leaner and stay leaner. So, Andrew Huberman summarized a lot of studies around non-exercise activity, or fidgeting, or things we do besides exercise, and how they add up, and how this kind of activity can help you to burn 8 to 2,500 calories more. And so what he found is that from all this different research, it seems that people who just move around during the day a lot, like specifically doing a lot of non-conscious movements, like, for example, tapping your foot on the floor, or doing something with your fingers, or doing some movements with your head. Maybe you're listening to music and you're moving your head, or just moving while you're sitting or standing while working, and stretching more often, and walking from one space in your office or in your apartment to another space. So also, it seems that people who fidget a lot naturally, they also speak kind of like in a what Andrew Huberman says staccato manner. I'm not exactly sure what he means by that, but it's like those people, you see, they always kind of like moving, doing those micro movements. You probably have a couple of people like that in your social circle that just seem to be in some sort of motion all the time. And so studies show that this kind of people, and you can kind of become one of those people. So this kind of people burn 8 to 2,500 calories more per day, and they seem to eat a lot and never put on weight. But the actionable takeaway, guys, for you to become one of those people, or at least resemble those, helping yourself to burn more calories, maybe not necessarily, 2,500 calories more, but maybe around 600 to 800 at least. So how can you introduce that fidgeting, that, a little bit of movement, without exercise, into your days? So how can you introduce it? So what I'm doing all the time is I'm working standing, and then sitting, and then standing, and then sitting. I stretch when I feel uncomfortable. I move my feet all the time. When I think, I pace from one side of the room to another side of the room. I do some dance moves when I hear the tune that I like. I can, like I'm doing right now, move my head from side to side, rotate my shoulders because it's getting uncomfortable to sit in one spot. I also, every 30 minutes, as I also recommend to all of my clients, I do my fitness break. So it basically means doing a few squats, a few push-ups, literally a few, just 3-5 squats, 3-5 push-ups, maybe burpees if I feel like it, a couple of sit-ups. Literally, it takes less than 3 minutes probably. And so I do that every 30 minutes. That also is backed by NASA research that this is the best way to keep yourself fit long-term and to help yourself to have healthy metabolism and improve and maintain bone density and muscle tone. So this feed breaks every 30 minutes seems to be the golden period of time that affect the best, again, your metabolism, your bone density, your muscle tone. And then this new research about burning more calories, 8 to 2,500 calories more by fidgeting and non-exercise activity. So they all kind of fit really well together. So every 30 minutes, I recommend to, again, do a few squats, push-ups, whatever you can be. And then just, again, move around more. Pace from one side of the room to the other. Work standing and just move around. Move your body from side to side. Do a few side stretches. Just move your hands, stretch up. Do a few calf raises. Maybe calf stretches while on the phone. Go and walk around your house or around your office. Go for walks more often while on calls, or if you're expecting long calls. So just move around much more. And that will burn 8 to 2,500 calories more. And guys, what I can tell you from personal experience is when I do all these micro movements, and I do them basically every day now, but sometimes, when I have to travel and I have to sit for prolonged periods of time. So when I do move around more, not only I feel more alive and more productive and alert and focused, but I do feel like I'm a little bit hungrier. But I don't seem to put on any additional weight. In fact, I start to get leaner and leaner, and maybe that's one of the reasons why I'm so lean all the time. And because I'm always move around doing something. I'm like, oh, I got an idea, I gotta write it down, and I gotta walk to this other part of my room where I work, where I write things down, and then I start thinking, and I walk from the window to the door, and so I move a lot, and I do this feed breaks, and it does help. Helps you to stay fitter, to enjoy more of your food, but stay leaner. Of course, it's not an excuse to now start overeating, but start moving, start fidgeting, and you won't need that many workouts. I don't actually work out that much. I usually work out maybe for 30-40 minutes every day, more or less intensely. I wouldn't say it's really intense. And then a couple of times per week, I do my yoga. I do walk 3 times a day, but again, nothing intense. I don't run. I just go for a walk. Sometimes it's 20 minutes, sometimes it's 30 minutes, sometimes it's 10 minutes. And I don't train like athlete, but I do look like athlete. And I'm the kind of person who puts on weight quite easily, actually, when I don't fidget, don't move a lot. So I know that this routine, it does help. So try it out for a couple of weeks. That's what I always recommend. Try things out for a couple of weeks. Maybe start again standing while working. Start stretching more, pacing more from one side of the room to the other. Start doing some dance moves, some stretches. Feed breaks every 30 minutes with a few squats. Maybe start with 5 squats, and that's going to be your feed break that you do every 30 minutes. And do it for a couple of weeks and see how you feel, and how your weight changes, maybe your appetite, your focus, your alertness. Write it down somewhere. So, and again, if you are into losing weight, burning fat, for example, then also measure your weight. If your scales allow you to measure body fat, I would do also that, just to measure your progress. And then if it works for you, you can keep it. This is your new tool, and it's coming from Stanford Neuroscience Labs, from Andrew Huberman research. By the way, check his podcast out, Huberman Lab. It's really, really popular, and it's one of the best. Andrew is one of the best science communicator ever. And he puts all the new science into very actionable protocols. And those protocols are around everything from sleep to stress management to learning skills and learning other stuff. Learning physical skills and learning mental skills, and so much stuff out, in his podcast. So Huberman Lab, check it out and start fidgeting. That's the takeaway of today, guys. If you want to burn 8 to 2,500 calories more, you don't need to do zone 2 cardio. You don't need to do a high intensity interval training. Those actually do not burn that much calories. You don't need to run 10K every single day. None of that. Just start fidgeting, and that will add up at the end of the day to quite a lot of calories, and that will help you to get to your ideal body weight easier and maintain it easier. Plus, guys, all this fidgeting, actually, it does not trigger that much hunger as your high intensity workouts do, and that also will help you to maintain a ideal body weight easier, because this fidgeting stuff does not trigger a lot of hunger. But of course, you still need to monitor how much you eat. Otherwise, nothing gonna work if you don't measure your food intake. That's the sad but truth. Thank you guys for tuning in today. Thank you for listening. If you have any questions, please do reach out. Also, please check out my Instagram for the video of this information you heard about today. So Instagram 1000 year young. That's my username on Instagram. So check it out. And reach out with any questions you have. Try it out, measure progress. And as usual, guys, till next time, eat better daily.